All right, who's ready for a vacation? I know I am, and although it may not be safe to travel just yet, that time is coming. And what better place to visit than the land down under? And our friend here at California Live and celebrity chef Curtis Stone knows a thing or two about Australia. Welcome back, Curtis, or should I say, good day, mate.
G'day, mate. How are you? Nice to see you again. You know what? You're so right. Whenever we think about travel, we've got to plan it out. And I know those borders will be opening at some point, and we can't wait to welcome everyone with open arms down in Australia, that's for sure. The food, of course, is always at the center of my world, and I'm always thinking about delicious food. In fact, I just opened a little pop-up here in Beverly Hills called the Pie Room, and in many ways it's paying homage to the humble pie that we have in Australia. We have meat pies, we have sweet pies, so my whole pop-up's about that. And I thought I'd make you something from the Pie Room. This is a steamed pudding. It's a sticky toffee pudding.
Curtis, can you throw it through the camera so I can get it some kind of way?
Well, I'll send you one. How's that?
Okay, we'll do that. So, Curtis, when did you start cooking?
I started when I was a kid. My granny was a big inspiration to me. It's why I named my restaurants after them. Both Maud and Gwen, my two grannies, are the name of my two restaurants. So I started really young, and this was one of the first things I really fell in love with. Now, I'm creaming butter and sugar. Again, this is a sticky toffee pudding. Next, you add the eggs. So you got to add them just one at a time and give it a minute to sort of just fold in so it doesn't separate, right? So you let that go. Then you dump in your next one. The next job is incorporating your dry ingredients. So I've got flour, some salt, and some baking powder. Okay, so you mix all of those things together, and then you go ahead and dump that straight in. I'm using my beautiful Bosch mixer here. Let me get all of my flour in there. And then, of course, last, but certainly not least, is the vanilla and the sticky dates. So you pour hot water over some chopped up dates, you mix that in, and as soon as that's combined, you turn it off. It's really, really easy to make this, and it's so delicious. Now, the next step is you remove your beaters, and what I'm going to do is just take my my gorgeous mix here, pop it into a container. Now, this could be a glass bowl. It could be a pot like the one I have right here. You mix all of these together. You get it into the bottom of your pan, and then you cover it. You could either cover it with cling film or a lid, and you drop it straight on into the boiling water. I've cheated for you, of course, and I've gone ahead and done it. We serve it with a hot caramel sauce or a hot toffee sauce. So you steam this pot in some boiling water for about 2 hours, right? And then what you do next is pick it on up, remove that lid, and check this out. I'm going to unveil it by just literally turning that over. You'll see it's hot and steamy, right? And then with my beautiful sauce here, all this is butter, a little sugar, and then I've gone and put a little cream and a little milk. You give that a good old whisk to bring it back together. And, oh my goodness, it's going to look so good, you guys. Wait till I cut into this. I pour that sauce over. Oh, yes. You know, the thing I love so much, whether it's Australian food or the Australian culture, is it's just so welcoming. I was actually developing the restaurant for Maud by going on the road and visiting some of the most beautiful wine regions in the world. We were recently down in Victoria, which is where, of course, I was born. We went to the Mornington Peninsula. There's these amazing wine regions, both in Australia and throughout the world. So that's what Field Trip is. I go, I do the research, the R&D, and I do my travel. I meet lots of food producers and wine makers, and then I go back to Maud and I develop the menu for the restaurant. So it's a really fun show, and it's on Peacock right now. It's streaming. It starts today, actually.
And Curtis, you sent me a little something I have here.
I did. Now, I sent you a Shiraz and a Chardonnay from Australia. I would suggest having the Chardonnay with the puddings. Australia makes some of the most incredible premium wines in the world. You're going to love them.
Curtis, thank you so much. For more inspiration and recipes from Curtis, visit australia.com/Curtis Stone.